about this Voice of Democracy audio essay. Voice of Democracy audio essay has been the VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars, premier scholarship program since 1947, the year before I was born. So it's been around for a little while. This year, nationwide, the Veterans of Foreign Wars will award $2.1 million in scholarship money to students across the entire nation. There's no reason why some of you folks shouldn't be part of that pile of money. Now, the way this is all designed and set up, we're going to ask you to produce an essay, an audio essay. You're going to write it, and then you're going to turn it into a CD, 3 to 5 minutes in your own voice, addressing this year's theme. And this year's theme, let me show real clear, but it's why are veterans important to our nation's history and future. There you go. Man, that's a huge topic. Well, we'll get into a little bit of that huge topic in a minute. Now, this particular contest, you're going to be asked, put this forward, put this effort forward. What you're going to turn in is an application with your information on it, an essay typed. We're not going to count the words, and an audio CD, and that's the one that's going to get judged. We need to have the other pieces of paper so they can correspond and correlate as a whole package, because this is going to travel. It's going to go not just to me, but it's going to go to district, to state, and hopefully on to national if it's really, really good. The key is to turn your essay into something that's 3 to 5 minutes long in your spoken word. Okay? And that's where Ms. Radke comes in. Now, everybody always asks, oh, can I have the teacher help me? Sure. She can't write it, but she can sure help you edit it, and she can sure help you get a good quality CD turned out, and play it back, make sure it plays, play it back on something other than that which you recorded it on, so that you make sure it's going to play on something else for a listening audience. And make sure it's between 3 and 5 minutes long. We had one here a couple of years ago, no names, but it was a Jessieville student. Student turned in the best written essay in the entire grade year between the 3 schools that we work with. Unfortunately, that student's audio tape, she spoke so fast, so quick, and we couldn't hear what she was saying, and it was 2 minutes and 35 seconds long, and it disqualified her. No doubt that young lady would have won money. Okay? So, that's what it is. It's an essay contest. Why is it important? Next point. Firstly, it's important because it's a way to get some money. I'm going to show you a way to put this essay together in 45 minutes to an hour, and those of you that are pretty good at it, first place here locally is going to get $125. That's pretty good money for an hour's work. How much you make an hour? It's not anywhere near $125.
No.
No. Okay? So this isn't bad money for your effort, is what I'm saying. So first reason, this is a doorway to learning how to prepare yourself for scholarship programs, job interviews, whatever's going to come next. And the third big reason why this is important, it's all about communication. Whether you're looking for a relationship, whether you're looking for a job, whether you're looking for a raise, whether you're looking for a career, you're gonna have to use a persuasive essay. You can't just say, "'cause I wanna." It's not good enough. You can't just say, "'cause Jimmy has it, I need it." It's not good enough. You're gonna have to come up with good, concrete, logical reasoning. Okay, and so 3 reasons why you want to do it. 1, money in your pocket. 2, it's all about entry into the adult world. 3, you're going to use this skill for the rest of your life. Okay? Now, I know Ms. Radke works on you with different essay forms. This one's real straight out. This is a persuasive essay. Persuasive essay. What does that mean? Well, that means you're trying to persuade somebody to your point of view. In this particular case, your point of view is trying to convince them why they should agree with you that veterans and the actions of veterans are important for our nation's history and our nation's future. Now, how you do that is another matter. You can present this in a lot of different ways. Okay. So now we move on to the 3rd main point of it. Well, like I said, it's a persuasive essay. You got 3 parts to the essay. You're going to have an intro, body, and a conclusion. How many main points make a good body presentation? 3. Just listening. Good man. Okay. You can give me more. It's probably not going to make the score go higher. You give me less, the score is probably going to drop. Because what's going to happen when you present this essay, it's going to be scored. It's going to be graded on how many things? Yep, 3. It's going to be graded on what you do with the theme, originality, human interest, how you develop the theme. That's your 3 main points. And how you present and deliver it to the audience that it's intended for. So we'll go through those real quick. You're going to get graded on what you do with the theme. Okay, so you're going to have to sit there and think of, how do I want to treat this theme? Do I want to talk about veterans all the way back to the first hero veteran, George Washington, who became the first president? Well, that was pretty cool. He went from being officer and gentleman to general to commander-in-chief as president. Not bad for a country kid from Virginia. Or do you want to go through it and talk about folks in latter years that made big gains and big things? Or do you want to talk about veterans as a whole group and the things that they have done for the country? One of the things that was impressed upon me when I was a kid coming out of high school, there was a phrase that went around. It was a little sticker on the board. It says, if you can read this, thank your teacher. If you're reading it in English, thank a veteran. Boy, that hit home. I guess you think about it. Came out of Cold War in '92. There was a country, the USSR. We now call it Russia because the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics crumbled and only Russia was left. But they were interested in dominating, and they would have wanted to change the language to Russian. And you wouldn't have learned the alphabet like you do, you would have learned the Cyrillic alphabet. Well, go back a generation earlier, and it was the Japanese on one side and the Germans on the other side that were trying to dominate the world. And depending on which part of the country you were on, they had a plan to split the United States. One half German was going to be the language, the other half Japanese was going to be the language. Different. Go back a little bit further and the same story repeats. There's always been people to stand up and fight for what we call our way of life. Fight for the right for you all to have this school. To be able to go to this school without having to produce your ID papers in the morning. It's kind of nice. Well, that's another reason why veterans are important. So you can take it from really big ideas from a whole lot of veterans, or you can take one veteran that you think was really terrific and was important in your past and your future. Or you can do a little bit of all of it. You can pick somebody from your family, you can pick somebody of national interest, and you can take that big concept idea. What'd you just get there? 3 main points. Same thing all over again. Okay? Now, how many of you are really comfortable writing essays? Honestly.